It almost seems like a lot of people think when you're a mom, that's all you are. But I don't know what it would teach my children if because I had them, I stopped doing something I love.
Bell on the seat.
Hands on the
Handlebars.
feet on the
Pedals.
and eyes.
Forward.
And then what do you do when you go?
Pedal, pedal, pedal.
Pedal, pedal, pedal. All right, you ready to rip? Starting's kind of tricky, so remember, once you start pedaling, eyes up. The expectation when I first got pregnant with my son Beck was that cycling would kind of be done. I think a lot of people thought that I overdid it before I had kids, and the fact that I was, in a lot of people's minds, finally pregnant, the cycling would come to a halt. And being a mom is no easy feat, but I never thought that was the end of cycling. It was kind of like adding a new character to my story, but the cycling would for sure continue. What gloves are we doing today? Full finger, half finger?
Full finger.
Good idea. It's kind of cold, huh? Should we go find them?
Or half.
You want to go half finger? Okay. Cycling became a huge part of my life in college and then my early days of dating my now husband, Ben. And I just love racing and it brings me happiness. It fulfills kind of like a hole in my life, which I've noticed that hole obviously grow as I've gotten more pregnant and ride less, and I miss it. And it's not that I insist on cycling to prove a point or anything, it's just that I genuinely love it. Skate helmet.
We're not doing Paw Patrol helmet. I broke that.
Oh, well, skate helmet it is. Mixing motherhood with training, it just changes the expectations. Just I still plan to race, plan to train, but of course the training gets kind of put on the back burner when I have kids to take care of.
Mom! We gotta be done cameras.
Most of my rides these days are either alone for like an hour, which is about all I can do right now just because it's hard to be hunched over with a big belly, or I take Beck out, and it's been really fun to be the teacher of a 3-year-old how to ride a bike. Okay. Eyes up, eyes up, eyes up, eyes up, eyes up. There you go. I'd like to support my kids in anything they do, whether it's musical instruments or science camp or athletics, but as a cyclist and someone who loves all things bikes, I hope that my kids do ride.
No, you're not, Dad.
Beck, he's 3, almost 4, but he can ride his 2-wheel pedal bike. When I was teaching him how to ride, it was almost like I had to remember how many things go into it. The balance and steering and starting by himself took a really long time. But I think seeing him overcome that and do kind of this really hard thing and put it all together and have the coordination and the wherewithal to do it is having a sense of accomplishment when you work hard. It feels good. I hope both my kids figure that out.
Back as fast as you can. Show me how fast you can go, buddy.
Ready? Very finish. Ready? I'm gonna try to catch you. On your mark. Get set. Go. Wow. You get nervous?
Get distracted.
Yeah, Dad, you were talking.
Hey, we can talk. Ready? All right, back on the pedals. It's uphill, so I'm gonna give you a tiny boost. You ready?
No.
Oh, you don't want to boost? All right. You start. If they want something and if they find fulfillment in it, like, it shouldn't come that easily. And usually the most satisfying things are when you are out of your comfort zone and you work and you practice and you try and you fail and then you get it. And it's like, oh, I really worked for that. Do you need a drink? That was a lot of work.
Yeah. Hey, Mom.
What's up?
I need a snack.
Oh. So after the baby, the plan is the first real race back is supposed to be Wasatch All-Road. Baby's due at the end of June, and Wasatch All-Road is middle of September, so roughly 12 weeks back. And It's a big task because Wasatch All-Road is a difficult race when I'm in peak form. It's like almost exactly 100 miles with over 10,000 feet of climbing. I'd love to be in a place just where I feel good enough to finish it. Training during pregnancy on a bike versus not training on a bike, right? I think you have to let go of all of your data, and you have to shift your expectations like almost 100%. Intensity is decreased, time on the bike is decreased, volume is decreased. While I think it's perfectly feasible to be able to ride through the whole pregnancy, I did it with my first pregnancy and I'm able to do it now. It's to a much lesser degree. It's not, you know, smashing out intervals up and down a canyon, but it's still just getting out to ride, almost to catch a glimpse of normalcy or like what you could do or like what I could do before I was pregnant. That's like the new fulfillment on the bike. You come home from a race, whether it was a good or bad race or a training ride, and you're exhausted, still just, I like immediately go from bike racer to mom mode, because when you decide to be a parent, it's day in and day out.
Beck, I thought you were shy.
What?
Where did my shy Beck go?
I don't know.
He's gone.
As far as the expectations being placed on me, I think it could be a combination of things that people have said to me, both like inside my family and outside, and kind of things that I just grew up thinking. It's not weird when the guy goes back to work or when the guy continues their sport or their hobby or whatever it may be. And I think it's becoming more normal for women to do that, but it's still in a lot of kind of traditional and often like conservative families. Questions arise or judgments are passed, like, oh, you're going back to work? Like, what about the kid? And, or even sometimes when I go on bike rides, people will be like, well, who has the kid? I'm like, well, his dad. Like, he's also a perfectly capable adult and a fantastic father. So the expectation kind of has shifted as Ben and I have created this world where we are parents and cyclists.
Do you want this scoop in a minute? You busy? You still taste testing, making sure no poison in there? Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, that's good. I think that one looks, we'll give that one to Dad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he for sure wants that one.
So my expectation for Wasatch All-Road this year is very different than the past 2 years. I hope to, plan to, and expect to finish. The goal as of now is to do the full thing, the full 100. There's a light at the end of this pregnancy, and I'm so close to being done, and I feel eager to get back on the bike to start training again. And so I haven't always had like confidence in myself to come back, but I think, I mean, I did it once, and I plan on doing it again.
Good. Right there. He says, Mom, let's do it. Hey, you can do this. Come on,
Catch your breath, big breath.
and go right back.
Dig in as far as you can. Down.
Go.
There you go.
Excellent. Good job. Lindsey, you're amazing. Big breath.
Okay, here we go.
Big push.
Now we're doing
breath and push everything you got. So we're gonna
There you go.
Okay, go.
He's
Good
coming.
job. Hi, little one.
okay. Dig in. And look, here he is. Look at him.
Welcome.
Hi, buddy. Good job. You've got a tough mama. Oh, my God. Mama is strong.
Oh, he's opening his eyes for you, Linz. What a show off. Hello, Sean.
That was a lot of boy. 10-11 with Dr. Parrott.
You are so strong. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, he does have boy parts, right? Because I think he's
Yes.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
He says, I just was trying to be out in a big hurry, Mama. Congratulations, you guys. Such an amazing
So strong. That was a lot of head coming out.
1 minute.
Way to go.
It's the hardest workout you'll ever do. Lindsay, you're amazing. You made you work real hard at the end there.
Jack, what do you want to call your brother? What's his name gonna be?
Adonis.
Obviously.
And I'm gonna call him Eleni Adonis. Yeah, I'm gonna call her Eleni Adonis.
Wow. First race back. I'm 12 weeks postpartum. Overall, I feel pretty good. I don't feel nearly as fit as I had hoped to. I was expecting it to be just like my first pregnancy, and it certainly was not. It was an easier recovery after Beck, and Otto has been more challenging, but I'm here. I'm gonna shoot for the mid-distance. I think it would have been overdoing it for me right now, and I think I would have been more worried about losing like my milk production and worried about how Ben is doing with both boys today. But my focus isn't 100% in the race. It's where my kids are. And once I get going, I hope that a flip will switch and I'll be a little more race focused, because I'd still like to ride hard, see what I can do at this point, and I mean, give it what I've got. I certainly don't want to just mosey through these 62 miles, so I'm excited to be here. I think the mid-distance is the right call this year. I just have a little FOMO for the long course, but you can really only go up from there.
All right, everybody. All you mid-Yetis.
All you mid-Yetis. Get a line here pretty quickly. Again for your 62 miles, 6,500 foot of elevation today, and including the wall, the infamous wall.
Oh yeah, I was nervous for the wall. The wall is hard even when I'm light and fit and fast, and I'm none of those things this year. But I want to prove a point to myself that I can go through pregnancy and go back to racing. Like I can still do it. Every time I was on the bike, I felt good and felt happy, and so this was definitely the perfect intro back. 60-mile race. I feel confident that I will get my fitness back.
That 11-mile climb up a wall is like 4,900 vertical feet over 20.
I just hope that my kids realize they can do difficult things and that it's actually okay to be uncomfortable, or I want them to figure out how to be comfortable being uncomfortable.
Okay, tell me though, bum on the
seat.
hands on the
Handlebars.
feet on the
Pedals.
and eyes,
Forward.
and then what do you do when you go?
I don't think I felt as anxious or nervous or stressed during today's race, and so I enjoyed the scenery. The temps were incredible, and I was just really happy to be racing again. I had it's been a combination of looking forward to this race and dreading it for a couple of weeks, just thinking my body is not fit enough or fast enough or strong enough to do it. And, I was pleasantly surprised. I felt great. There's burnout in sport, but there's burnout in parenthood too. Like, children are exhausting, and if I didn't have an outlet of my own liking, like cycling, I don't think parenthood would be as fun or fulfilling. Today, just to make it to the start line felt like a win. I wasn't expecting big things, but I feel good. I feel proud. I feel satisfied. I feel really good about the whole thing.
Chelsea just finished.
She's right there. She's talking to Melissa.
Let's see. You have so many bags on. Come here, tiny human. We're gonna go this way. Oh, hi, Pumpkin. What's up, my love? Oh.
Are you starving? Some other dude is like,
I feel really good about the whole thing. I was nervous out there. Just the thought of not finishing for any reason, whether I didn't feel strong enough or if I didn't remember how to eat on a bike or handle my bike. And there was some chunky stuff out there, but I feel proud just for showing up and for getting the Mid Yeti done. What?
I scored a goal.
You can be a mom and have your own thing too, whether it's cycling or running or a pickleball league or something just that's your own, that has nothing to do with being a mom. Like you can have that. I think when I get out and I ride and have that freedom and independence, I come back and I'm a way better mom.
Squirrel.
Yes.
How did you kick it, with your toe or with the inside? Oh, and it went right in?
Yeah.
Did your team cheer for you?
No.
They didn't?
No. But my dad did.
Your dad did.
But
Did Dad come on the field with you today, or did he just watch?
he just watched. And I had to kick the ball 5 times.
5 times?
And I did it.
Show me how you ran today. Did you do fists or blades?
Just how I did.
You did blade hands?
I did.
Did that help you go fast?
Yes.